Hey there, Juli Foodies Hub fam. Have you ever wondered if that vibrant, delicious-looking dish on your plate could actually be a hidden hazard? Or perhaps pondered the mysteries behind why some everyday foods can turn deadly if not prepared just right? In this video, we're embarking on a thrilling and sometimes jaw-dropping quest to uncover the 23 deadliest foods in the world. You're about to discover their surprising countries of origin, mind-blowing fun facts, and the simplified science behind their dangerous secrets. Get ready to expand your culinary knowledge and maybe even look at your pantry with new eyes. The Dangerous Dozen and Beyond, 23 foods that can be fatal. Let's dive into this intriguing world of perilous plates, but remember, knowledge is your best ingredient for safety. Number 1. Fugu, pufferfish, Japan. The danger. Imagine a fish so renowned for its flavor, yet so infamous for its venom, that eating it is literally playing culinary roulette. That's the fugu. Its liver, ovaries, and skin are packed with tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin that's an astonishing 1,200 times more potent than cyanide. There's no antidote, meaning even a tiny mistake in preparation can cause paralysis, shut down your breathing, and lead to immediate death. It's the ultimate high-stakes dinner. Fun fact, in Japan, becoming a licensed fugu chef is a rigorous journey. It involves years of intensive training and passing incredibly difficult exams. Think of it as becoming a Michelin-starred surgeon for fish. Interesting fact, some fugu connoisseurs claim that a true master chef will leave a minute amount of toxin, just enough to create a tingling, almost numbing sensation on the lips and tongue. This delicate dance with danger is what will reveal something strange about later. 2. Ackee fruit, Jamaica. The danger. Jamaica's national fruit is beautiful and delicious when perfectly ripe and properly handled. But unripe ackee hides a nasty secret, hypoglycin A and B. These compounds can trigger Jamaican vomiting sickness, a terrifying condition that leads to severe dehydration, dangerously low blood sugar, coma, and even death. It's like a vibrant fruit that punishes impatience. Hey, hold on, you haven't subscribed to Juli Foodies Hub, have you? Because you're just scratching the surface of the food world. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more fascinating food facts. 3. Cassava, Africa and South America. The danger. This starchy root feeds millions across the globe, but if eaten raw or improperly prepared, especially the bitter variety, it can be a silent killer. Cassava contains cyanogenic glycosides, which are compounds that transform into deadly cyanide inside your body when ingested. Think of them as tiny, harmless-looking seeds that sprout poison once they're inside you. Fun fact, different types of cassava exist, with sweet cassava having lower levels of these natural toxins, but even it needs proper cooking. Myth busting. You can't just give bitter cassava a quick boil and call it safe. It demands specific, multi-step processing, like prolonged soaking, fermenting, and thorough cooking to break down and eliminate enough of the cyanide. It's an ancient art of detoxification. 4. Sinachi, live baby octopus, South Korea. The danger. The risk here isn't a toxin, but a very active danger. Sinachi is a dish of live baby octopus, cut into pieces and served immediately. The tentacles still wriggle and, crucially, retain their suction cups. If you don't chew them thoroughly, those tiny suckers can cling to your throat, creating a terrifying choking hazard. Fun fact, diners are often advised to chew vigorously and drink plenty of water or oil to help the pieces go down smoothly. Interesting fact, sadly, several deaths are reported each year in South Korea from choking on sinachi. It's a truly adventurous culinary experience, but one that comes with real physical risks. 5. Rhubarb leaves, worldwide. The danger. While rhubarb stalks are perfect for pies and crumbles, the leaves are a strict no-go zone. They're packed with high levels of oxalic acid, a compound that, in large quantities, can cause severe kidney damage, intense nausea, vomiting, and can even be fatal. It's like eating a delicious candy bar but accidentally biting into its poisonous wrapper. We'll reveal something truly fascinating about how this plant defends itself before the end of the video, so stick around. Fun fact, oxalic acid is also found in smaller, harmless amounts in foods like spinach and sorrel. Simplified but smart science. Oxalic acid binds with calcium in your body, forming sharp, tiny crystals that can accumulate in your kidneys, preventing them from doing their vital job of filtering waste from your blood. 6. Green potatoes worldwide. The danger: ever seen a potato with green spots or sprouts? Don't just cut them off and carry on. These green areas signal increased levels of natural toxins called glycoalkaloids, primarily solanine and chaconine. These can cause stomach upset, nausea, vomiting, and, in severe cases, even neurological issues. It's the potato's way of saying, "I'm not ready to be eaten." Fun fact: the green color itself is chlorophyll, which is harmless. But its presence tells you that the potato has been exposed to light, which triggers the production of these bitter, dangerous compounds. Interesting fact: always remove any green parts and sprouts from potatoes. If a potato tastes unusually bitter, it's a clear warning sign to discard it entirely. 7. Wild mushrooms worldwide. The danger: this is perhaps the most famous and insidious food danger. Many wild mushrooms look innocent, even delicious, but contain potent poisons like amatoxins. These toxins are silent, insidious killers, causing severe liver damage that can quickly lead to organ failure and death. It's like finding a treasure chest, only to discover it's filled with a deadly curse. Are you surprised? Don't be, because it gets even weirder. Fun fact: some of the deadliest mushrooms have deceptively charming names, such as deathcap Amanita phalloides and destroying angel Amanita verosa. Don't let their angelic names fool you. Myth busting: there is absolutely no foolproof trick to tell a poisonous mushroom from an edible one. No peeling test, no cooking color change, no silver spoon test. The only way to be safe is expert identification. If you're not 100% certain, never eat it. 8. Red kidney beans raw worldwide. The danger: these pantry staples are incredibly healthy when cooked, but eating them raw or undercooked is a recipe for disaster. Red kidney beans contain phytohemagglutinin, a type of lectin that can cause severe nausea, violent vomiting, and debilitating diarrhea. Just a few raw beans can trigger a nasty reaction. Fun fact: canned kidney beans are perfectly safe because they've already undergone the high-temperature processing needed to neutralize this toxin. Interesting fact: this is why using slow cookers for dried beans from scratch can be risky if you don't pre-boil them on the stovetop first, as slow cookers might not reach a high enough temperature to destroy the toxin. 9. Nutmeg in large quantities. Indonesia origin. The danger: that comforting spice in your holiday treats has a dark side when consumed in excess. While a tiny pinch is harmless, consuming large amounts, think tablespoons, not pinches, around 2 teaspoons or 10 grams, can lead to nutmeg psychosis. This can cause terrifying hallucinations, severe dizziness, intense nausea, and even seizures, all thanks to a psychoactive compound called myristicin. It's like turning your favorite spice into a chaotic drug. Fun fact: myristicin is also found in tiny, harmless amounts in other spices like parsley and dill. Simplified but smart science: myristicin interacts with your central nervous system, causing its mind-altering and very unpleasant effects. 10. Elderberries raw or unripe worldwide. The danger: the beautiful elderberry, famous for its jams and wines, comes with a big warning label. The leaves, stems, unripe berries, and seeds contain a cyanide-inducing glycoside. Ingesting these raw parts can lead to nasty symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and severe diarrhea. It's a fruit that demands respect and proper preparation. Fun fact: only fully ripe, cooked elderberries are safe to consume, as the heat effectively breaks down the harmful compounds. Interesting fact: the lovely elderflower, derived from the blossoms of the same plant, is completely safe and widely used in delicious cordials and drinks. Speaking of sharing knowledge, feel free to share this video with anyone who needs to know these surprising facts, and hit that like button to spread the word. 11. Apricot pits worldwide. The danger: just like cherry pits, apple seeds, and peach pits, the humble apricot pit contains amygdalin. When this compound is crushed or chewed, your body can convert it into cyanide. While accidentally swallowing a whole pit is usually harmless, its tough shell protects you. Consuming a significant number of crushed pits can be fatal. It's a tiny core with a potent secret. Fun fact, there's a persistent, but extremely dangerous, myth that eating apricot pits can prevent or cure cancer. This is entirely unfounded and can lead to severe cyanide poisoning. Myth busting. Don't fall for health myths that put your life at risk. Always consult medical professionals for serious health concerns, not unproven home remedies involving fruit pits. 12. Unpasteurized honey worldwide. The danger. While most honey is a pure delight, certain types of unpasteurized mad honey, particularly from regions where bees forage on rhododendron flowers, can contain granulotoxins. These toxins can cause dizziness, extreme weakness, dangerously low blood pressure, and, in severe cases, serious heart rhythm problems. It's honey that can literally make you mad. Fun fact, this mad honey has historically been used for both medicinal purposes and, surprisingly, as a weapon in ancient warfare to incapacitate enemies. Curiosity Gap will reveal a common ornamental plant that shares a similar toxin in its leaves and flowers later in the video, so stick with us. 13. Star fruit, Southeast Asia. The danger. This beautiful, star-shaped fruit is generally safe for healthy individuals. However, for people with kidney problems, it's highly toxic. Star fruit contains oxalic acid and caramboxin, which, if kidneys aren't functioning properly, can build up to dangerous levels, leading to neurological symptoms, seizures, and even death. It's a fruit that's sweet for some, but poison for others. Fun fact, in its native Southeast Asia, star fruit is often used in refreshing juices, salads, and even savory dishes. Simplified, but smart science, healthy kidneys efficiently filter out these compounds. But when kidney function is impaired, these toxins accumulate, essentially short-circuiting the brain and nervous system. 14. Green almonds, bitter almonds, Middle East/Asia. The danger. While sweet almonds are a healthy and beloved snack, true, bitter almonds are a different story. They contain significantly higher levels of amygdalin, the cyanide precursor, up to 42 times more. Ingesting even a small quantity of raw bitter almonds can quickly lead to cyanide poisoning. Fun fact, most raw almonds sold in stores have actually been steam pasteurized to neutralize any potential toxins. True raw bitter almonds are often illegal to sell for direct consumption in many countries. Interesting fact, almond extract often uses bitter almonds, but the rigorous processing completely removes the harmful cyanide, leaving only the characteristic almond flavor. 15. Raw cashews, Brazil, origin. The danger, surprise. Those raw cashews you love aren't actually raw in the purest sense. If they were, they'd contain urushiol, the same irritating chemical found in poison ivy and poison oak. Direct contact with the raw cashew nut shell can cause severe skin irritation, and ingesting truly unprocessed raw cashews can be dangerous. Fun fact, the cashew nut grows nestled at the bottom of a large, juicy cashew apple, and the nut itself is encased in a double shell containing the urushiol. Myth busting. So, when you buy raw cashews, rest assured they've undergone a steaming or roasting process to eliminate the urushiol, making them safe for you to munch on. They're raw in that they haven't been roasted again for flavor. 16. Blood clams, China especially. The danger. These clams get their name from their reddish flesh, but the real danger lies in what they might be carrying. Blood clams are often harvested from low oxygen, polluted waters, making them highly prone to accumulating dangerous viruses and bacteria like hepatitis A, coli, typhoid, and dysentery. Fun fact. In 1988, a massive hepatitis A outbreak in Shanghai, linked to contaminated blood clams, sickened over 300,000 people and resulted in numerous deaths. Interesting fact, unlike many other foodborne pathogens, the viruses and toxins found in contaminated blood clams are often not destroyed by cooking, making them exceptionally risky. 17. Absinthe, Switzerland, origin. The danger. The legendary green fairy was once believed to cause madness and hallucinations due to thujone from wormwood. While modern, regulated absinthe contains very low, harmless levels of thujone, the historical danger came from illicitly made versions, which might have contained toxic additives, or simply the extremely high alcohol content when consumed in excess. Fun fact: famous artists and writers like Vincent van Gogh and Ernest Hemingway were known to indulge in absinthe, adding to its mystique and controversial reputation. Myth-busting: the absinthe madness was largely an exaggerated myth, possibly fueled by competing wine industries or simply the effects of consuming large quantities of high-proof alcohol. The real danger was severe intoxication, not a unique hallucinogen from the wormwood. 18. Namibian bullfrog, Namibia. The danger: while some cultures enjoy frog legs as a delicacy, the entire Namibian bullfrog can be incredibly toxic. Particularly younger frogs that haven't yet mated, or those caught during certain times of the year, can contain toxins that cause severe kidney failure and even death. It's a culinary gamble that can have dire consequences. Fun fact: in some parts of Namibia, consuming this bullfrog is a traditional rite of passage, but it's done with extreme caution and only by experienced individuals who know the safe seasons and preparation methods. Interesting fact: the most concentrated toxins are found in the frog's skin and organs. 19. Cherry pits, worldwide. The danger: after enjoying sweet cherries, don't chew on the pits. Like other stone fruits, peaches, plums, apricots, cherry pits contain amygdalin. If you crush or chew them and swallow a large enough quantity, this compound can be converted into cyanide inside your body. Fun fact: the delightful cherry flavor you taste in candies and extracts is typically a synthetic compound and contains no actual cherry pits or their associated toxins. Simplified but smart science: your stomach acids and enzymes act as the trigger, releasing hydrogen cyanide once the amygdalin is freed from the crushed pit. 20. Tomato leaves and stems, worldwide. The danger: while the juicy tomato fruit is a nutritional powerhouse, its leafy parts are best avoided. The leaves, stems, and even unripe green tomatoes contain tomatine, a glycoalkaloid. While you'd need to consume a very large amount for it to be lethal, ingesting significant quantities can lead to stomach upset, nervousness, and headaches. Fun fact: tomatine is a natural defense mechanism the tomato plant uses to protect itself from insects and fungi. It's the plant's clever way of saying keep off. Interesting fact: cooking does reduce the levels of tomatine, which is why small bits of leaves accidentally falling into a sauce are generally not a concern, but it's best to avoid intentionally eating them. 21. Undercooked pork, worldwide. The danger: this isn't about natural plant toxins, but about microscopic invaders. Undercooked pork can carry parasites like Trichinella spiralis, causing trichinosis, or various tapeworms. These parasites can lead to severe gastrointestinal issues, intense muscle pain, and in rare, serious cases, neurological damage or even death. Fun fact: thanks to modern farming practices and regulations, the risk of trichinosis from pork has drastically decreased in many parts of the world, making it much rarer than it once was. Myth-busting: you no longer need to cook pork until it's a dry, rubbery brick. A safe and delicious internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius with a 3-minute rest is recommended. 22. Certain shellfish, when contaminated, worldwide. The danger: oysters, mussels, and clams are popular delicacies, but they are also filter feeders, meaning they can accumulate toxins from their environment. When red tides, harmful algal blooms, occur, these shellfish can become loaded with powerful marine toxins. These can cause various types of shellfish poisoning, e.g., paralytic shellfish poisoning or PSP, leading to symptoms from tingling and numbness to paralysis and even death. Fun fact: government agencies worldwide rigorously monitor shellfish harvesting areas, issuing warnings or closing areas to ensure public safety when toxins are detected. Interesting fact: a critical point: many of these naturally occurring marine toxins are not destroyed by cooking. So, a contaminated clam remains dangerous whether raw or perfectly steamed. 23. Wild parsnip, North America, Europe, Asia. The danger. This innocent-looking plant, a cousin to carrots, has a secret weapon. Its sap contains compounds called furanocoumarins. If your skin comes into contact with this sap and then is exposed to sunlight, it can cause phytophotodermatitis, a severe, blistering skin rash that looks and feels like a chemical burn and can leave long-lasting marks. While not deadly to eat in the same way as some other foods, it's a very real and painful danger to be aware of outdoors. Fun fact, wild parsnip is in the same plant family as carrots, celery, and parsley, but definitely don't mistake it for edible parsnip growing in your garden. Curiosity gap. This is very similar to the reaction you can get from giant hogweed, another dangerous plant that looks deceptively similar and is best avoided. So next time you're in the kitchen or exploring new culinary horizons, remember this. Food is an incredible source of joy and nourishment, but understanding its potential perils is just as crucial as knowing how to cook it. Always stay informed, practice safe food handling, and when in doubt about wild foods, leave them to the experts. What's the most surprising or eye-opening food on this list for you? Did you know about all these dangers? Let us know in the comments below. And please, if you found this video educational and entertaining, hit that like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Juli Foodies Hub for more fascinating insights into the world of food. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep exploring.